Hi guys, welcome back. I know it's been like 3 years since we've actually done this. Thank you for being patient with us. We've just been busy with our lives doing other things. I'm Cam, and this is
COVID, lockdown, bunch of crazy stuff in the news, and happy to be back.
yep, recording, doing it through Discord.
All
So
right, welcome back, and we are live.
yep,
Well, we've been live. So, we're going to be talking about Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, the first film.
yep,
So, Cam, you and I, we went to go see that in person. We saw it in IMAX, and I'm not going to say it was a perfect movie, but I would give it a mid-tier 9.3 out of 10. Wasn't perfect, but was not a bad film.
yeah. I give it 9.2.
Holy recommend that film.
Yeah, I do, especially watching it in IMAX. It's really good in it.
It's made for that. Its strong points are its fighting and its cinematography and animation.
Yes, the reason
High,
why I
high quality.
deducted some points is 'cause the pacing was a little over the
It could be
place.
better.
Yeah,
It was clear they were following the manga, and it's just not meant for the big screen as far as pacing, but everything else was near flawless.
yes, yes, it was. I especially like the fight, this one between Tundra Gyu versus Akasa.
Well, okay. I'm not going to say I didn't like that, but for me, the highlight of this movie was Zenitsu and his childhood friend.
Yeah,
For me, again, a lot of people are going to say it's Tanjiro.
yeah,
And I love my boy. I love watching his journey from being a helpless kid that couldn't really do much to becoming just a powerhouse that is on. And I think they said that without spoiling anything, that he is more or less on par with a Hashira. But Zenitsu, he had his moment to shine in this film.
yes, he
That was
did.
my favorite thing about this.
Yeah, me too. Um,
So wait, okay, so Cam, I know you've read the manga.
yes.
I know you are ahead on all of us in everything that's going to come. Do you so like what do you think about the next two films? And because they're not going to be doing seasons anymore, do you think that will take away, or do you think this is the path forward for
Path,
Demon Slayer?
pretty much the path forward. So the reason why I say this, you'll have three fights in the next movie. Pretty much it's going to be Kanao and Inosuke versus Domo. Then you'll have
My boy.
then you have four of them against the upper one, and then you'll have the snake Hashira and the love Hashira fighting another demon. So
Wait, the last three, are they going to be fighting Muzan, or is that like in the third film?
that'll be the third film.
Okay,
They'll wrap
so
up
we're
everything in the third
finishing
film.
up with the Upper Moons for
Yes,
like the first two
pretty
films.
much, yeah. And then the third film will be all of them versus Muzan.
All of the okay. Even though we know what's coming. So, one of the people we were hanging out with, I have dabbled in the manga, like panels and stuff. I don't have a comprehensive idea of how it ends. I think from what I saw, it looked like a good ending, but a lot of people are not happy with the way the manga ended.
It
Do
was,
you support that, or do you think they should kind of retcon it and make it a little more appealing to modern audiences?
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst ending.
Okay, that was my take. Like, I feel like the ending, without giving spoilers to people listening to this,
Yeah.
um, it kind of reflects the whole journey. Like every season, every even the beginning was traumatic, even for me, just on a micro level, not on par with Berserk, but things do not pan out the way people think
Yep.
it will, without giving spoilers.
Oh yeah.
And I think that that's in theme with Demon Slayer. But a lot of people want like, oh, happily ever after, and I'm like, no, but that I don't necessarily want them
so,
to win, but I don't want them to lose either.
so
I
this
want
isn't
it to be
Disney.
a victory where there's a cost to winning.
Yes.
And are we willing to pay that?
Oh yeah.
And it's why I think the ending, at least in the manga, was good enough.
Yeah.
Not perfect.
Yeah. It wasn't the worst
And
thing I've seen.
I hope they keep that. Some people are speculating that they will change it, and I hope they don't.
Yeah.
I
Me
hope they
too.
keep it just the way it is.
Yep. Me too.
The other thing, and I know you haven't seen these, but I wanted to talk about this season of anime for both Sakamoto Days season 2, which still is on air right now, and Dan to Dan season 2.
Yeah.
So
I'm
with
behind
Sakamoto Days,
because I went out of the country for a few weeks, so I'm behind.
yeah, that's right. Before we jump into Sakamoto Days, how was your trip?
It was long. So flying from out of Atlanta to Greece was about 10 hours, and then flying back from Greece to Atlanta was like almost 12. So
So I knew you were in a Mediterranean country. I was under the impression you were in Italy. So
so
like, what was your favorite thing about Greece?
so actually we flew to Italy first. So we were in Italy for three
Okay, so you
days.
were in Italy.
Yeah, we were in Venice for 3 days, and then we got on a cruise ship and went from Venice to Slovenia. We spent the day in Slovenia, then went to Croatia. Went to one
My
part of
man.
Croatia, then to another part where they filmed Game of Thrones, and then we went from Croatia to Montenegro, then from Montenegro to Greece.
What was your favorite country while you were away from the United States?
Croatia was really nice.
Really?
Yes.
I thought you'd say Italy. So I've been to Croatia once, and that was roughly 11 years ago. No, it was 12 years ago. And I was just kind of passing through, and if I recall, we could see Turkey across the pond. And right around that time, and this is going to get to my second point, they were having like mass protests and I think a revolution. I didn't really check up on it, but we canceled that part of our trip. And I'm segueing from that to this. I'm so glad that you went over there and nothing like transpired or
Yeah.
happened while you were overseas. Because while you were away, Nepal happened.
Yep.
Well, actually, no, that was this week. So you were out of the country when all those things were happening. But I'm glad you had a safe trip
Thank
and
you.
you got there and back
Oh yeah.
in one piece. Let's see. Oh, and then segueing back to anime.
Yeah. Talk
So we
about
have up next Sakamoto Days with season 2.
yeah.
And the body count and comedy are both climbing. The
Nice.
season dives deeper into Sakamoto's past and underworld assassin hierarchy, the deadly organization trying to pull him back. And I don't want to get too much into it because Cam hasn't seen it yet, but in a weird way, it's the same as season 1, but better and more in depth, more focused on the supporting characters, which I absolutely love.
Nice.
Sakamoto still has his moment to shine every few episodes, but it's really about the people who've jumped in on his little crew and his new, slice of life sort of happening.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you seen Sakamoto season 1? I mean,
I've seen season 1. I haven't seen. Excuse me. I've seen a little bit of season 2. So.
got you. And why would you recommend people watch this? Because we do have people that are completely unaware of it.
Well, I just like the comedy aspect of it, where he's just a former assassin, but he got fat because his wife's cooking.
I like it. So a lot of people are going to disagree with me and just absolutely crucify me for this. But so I like that Sakamoto Days is kind of like a PG, but not really type anime where it's kind of moved away from fan service and it's purely a story. It's kind of like a middle-aged man trying to, John Wick, live a normal life and circumstances take him back. But it's also satirical and not afraid to make fun of itself. And I feel like that's kind of a gem in this era of anime since like 2017. We've had nothing but isekais. We've had nothing but not slice of life, but fan servicey, trying to market to young people.
Yeah.
And you and me, 30, it's kind of weird
Yeah.
that every other thing is that, and Sakamoto Days and a few other shows have broken away from that algorithm
Oh yeah.
and are just making something new, something creative. And I've not seen anything like Sakamoto Days ever, I think, if I'm being completely honest. And it's refreshing. I'm really looking forward to this season coming to a close. I want to say maybe one or two more episodes away
I
from
think
this
so
season
too.
concluding.
I think I remember that being
The
like,
one thing that bothers me is I think they're gonna end it on a cliffhanger. Like this season will not conclude with a lot of questions that I have as far as characters and someone that they're looking for. I'm not gonna say who. And I'm just gonna wait like 10 to like 16 months before I get all my answers. So I'm a little worried about that, but that's also how the cookie crumbles and keeps people engaged.
I
Do you
got
have
you.
any last thoughts on that anime?
Not really. I still have to watch more so I can give y'all one at a later episode.
I got you. We're going to move on to our next topic. And finally, we have Dan to Dan Season 2. Back with more chaos, more curses, and yes, more horny aliens. So this season picks up right where we left off. Okun and Momo, my bad. Now knee deep in even weirder territory, and spiritual forces and alien entities continue to crash into each other. And into their everyday lives, season two is cranking up the mythology, fleshing out side characters, yay, and somehow managing to be both hilarious and deeply emotional. So, Cam, I think you've seen season one. I'm
I
pretty
have.
sure. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I have. Yeah, I've seen season one.
Okay. So, season two is everything, kind of like Sakamoto Days. It's everything the first one was and is just built on the chaos and elevated it in terms of characters, story, animation's still the same.
Yeah.
I love the new intro outro, and I think they changed it midway too. Um, I don't have any complaints for
Yeah.
season two. I'm not gonna say it's perfect. Just so I don't sound like I'm all hype, but I give season two 9.5.
That's
Definitely not
good.
perfect.
That's good.
9.5. And I like that the creator, from what I read online, is that his, I think it was marketer, forced him to read 100 slice of life like mangas. So they could break away from being another just Shonen Jump type anime. And I think it really worked.
I got
Like,
you.
from what I'm seeing in this season, we're seeing, no, just kind of like people kind of figuring themselves out. There's a lot of like uh, side quests, subtle kind of like, who am I? How do I feel about this person? How do I feel about myself? And kind of answering that in a very organic way while also not taking away from the violence, the chaos, the level ups, and even somewhere in season two, a lot of people get some power ups, but I'm not going to say who, or why, or what, and when.
Yeah.
And I think so. I'm confident we're one episode away from wrapping this up,
I think
and
so.
then they're gonna put season three in production.
Yep.
And everything I've seen thus far, again, for people at home, parents included, the first episode is hard to get through because we all know of that one scene, but after that, you never see it again. And
Yeah.
I've tried to convince people at work that give it a shot, and it's not overhyped. It's not.
Excuse me.
I would not sleep on this anime.
Yep.
I would not sleep on the manga. Again, it's weird, it's quirky, it's very left field from like Sakamoto Days. It's another gem that doesn't follow the formula like everyone else, and I think that's its strength
I think so
because it's
too.
not another shonen jump.
Yeah.
It has elements of shonen, and yet it's a slice of life.
Yes. And
Is there anything you're hoping for in this season?
I don't know. I'd have to give that answer also at a later date as well, since I'm a few episodes. I'm behind.
Fair enough, fair enough. And then Cam, I wanted to talk about the new show you put me on. I can't remember the name of it, but while you were over, it was, I believe, a slice of life anime, and
Oh,
it was about I think they're in like boarding school.
so you're
What's the
talking
name
about
of that? Can you say that for the
yeah,
audience?
yeah. So you're talking about oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to Google it. Oh yeah, the Flagrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. It's on
Yeah,
Netflix.
Flagrant Flower. Hold on, I can look it up right here.
Blooms with
I think
Dignity.
I can. Doing too many things at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fragrant Flower Blood Blooms with Dignity.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I just found out about this like this weekend. And when I tell you, Cam, you have really good taste. You
Thank you.
have excellent taste at finding kind of like hidden gems.
Yes. I had
And I
to.
don't know why it comes up in my algorithm, whether on Netflix, Crunchyroll, or any websites that I get on that I probably shouldn't. Um, so like how did you come across, was this on Twitter and you just were like, oh, I'll check
Uh,
this out?
yeah, I saw it on Twitter. I saw it on Reddit and Facebook. People talking about it, so I figured I'd give it a try, see if I liked it or not, and I really liked it. So.
I showed 3 people this anime in the last 24 hours. All of them have come back and they are in love with this show. So to give a synopsis, it is about two, yeah, they're teenagers. Yeah. So it's about two teenagers and they go to like
No,
boarding schools
one
exclusively for their gender.
no one goes to a boarding school. The other one goes to a public school.
Thank you for the correction. And the boarding school, if I'm remembering correctly, is a guy that's kind of
Yeah,
like from,
the boarding school is for
Hard
the girls.
Knocks.
The
Okay.
girls at the boarding
Uh,
school, and the guys at the public
the
school,
girls
and
at the boarding
they're
school
close to each
and
other. So.
the protagonist goes to an all boys school, and it's kind of a place for rejects, like people who don't really have any prospects, and they're definitely not going to be split in the atom. But this kid runs a cake shop with his mom, and one of the girls happens to go there for food and all that, and they kind of connect, but the contention for their like friendship, relationship, however you want to gauge that, is the schools hate each other.
Yeah.
One's kind of a downtrodden place, the other one's kind of high society, trust fund kids. And here's this girl that comes from a better place in life, at least seemingly. And the guy, he slowly falls head over heels for her. So for people at home listening to this, I strongly, strongly urge checking out this anime. Like
I, yeah, I do too.
3 of my friends and I, we're obsessed with it. So Cam, thank you for the recommendation. I
Of
have
course.
thoroughly enjoyed this.
All right, Chad. I'm going to talk about some of the ones I'm watching this season that I'm not behind on.
Go for it.
So I'm watching Kaiju #8 season 2.
Nice.
I definitely would recommend watching it. It is really good. It's a shonen and it just ended, but we're still ways away. But just a brief synopsis. The guy wants to, so Kaiju like invade Japan all over the world and all that, and they have to fight and kill him as part of the defense force. The main character is 32 years old, and he's trying to join so he can fight Kaiju with his childhood friend, who's like a commander.
So it's like Pacific Rim, but as an anime.
Yeah, but they don't use mechs.
True, true.
They're like pretty much powered soldiers. They take the Kaiju bodies and make weapons and all that out of it.
Okay. I've had several people try to get me onto that show. I haven't for whatever reason.
Yeah, pretty much. Kaiju kind of like invades his body, and he becomes like.
Oh, he gets the powers that way.
Yes.
He gets the powers. Okay,
Yes,
I'm down with that.
Yeah. I would definitely watch it. I can relate to it because when it came out, I was 32 as well. So.
Nice.
I'm also watching My Dress Up Darling season 2. Yeah, I really love that show.
Another one I haven't watched.
It's really funny. Yeah, it's pretty popular, so I won't explain much for that. I'm watching
I'll get on that ASAP.
yeah, watching Secrets of the Silent Witch. So pretty much think of an awkward girl who can't really talk to people that much, and she invented a way of silent spell casting. So pretty much she doesn't have to chant the spell. She can just do it, and it comes out. It's pretty cool. Just seeing her go undercover out of school to protect her prince.
Hey Cam, can you check your mic? I don't know if it's me or not, but it sounds like you're coming in and out on the conversation.
It's looking fine on my end. I don't know.
Okay, no, you're good. I think it was just me.
I'm also watching The Water Magician. It's another isekai, but it's something I just put on in the background, listen to while I do stuff. Then I'm watching Doctor Stone, Science Future, which is like the 4th season of Doctor Stone. I think this is part 2. And
Well, I'm so behind on that.
yeah, it's been really good. I think we have like 2 more episodes until this season's over. There might be another one. I'm not sure. I'm excited.
I guarantee you there's got to be another one.
Yeah.
They've been writing that for years. I'd be amazed if they didn't have another season.
Yeah. And then I'm watching one. It's called Dealing with the Mikidonis Sisters as a Breeze. Pretty much, the main character is the son of a famous actress, but he has like no talent of his own, and he gets adopted by one of her friends, and so I'm taking care of the 3 daughters who are all prodigies. It's pretty funny. It's another kind of slice of life anime.
Okay. I'm gonna add half of these to my list. The other I've been planning to watch. I just time and commitment.
Yeah, I'm watching. There's one that's called New Saga. So pretty much, it's not an isekai. It is a fantasy. Pretty much, the hero defeats the demon lord, but and he's like dying, but he touches like a crystal, and he goes back in time to like himself to like 3 years before, and it's all about him training, getting ready for the demon lord. And he and his friends go out on a adventure to
Cool.
go to a different place. Watching couple of Cuckoo season 2. That one was really funny.
Yo, I didn't even know that was out.
Yeah.
Wait, where can people watch this? Are you on Netflix or Crunchyroll?
Here, I can tell you. So, Kaiju number 8 is going to be on Crunchyroll. My Dress Up Darling is going to be on Crunchyroll.
Cool.
Silent Witch, I think, can be on Crunchyroll and maybe Netflix. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Water Magician is on Crunchyroll. Dr. Stone's on Crunchyroll. Mikidono is on Crunchyroll. New Saga is on Crunchyroll. A couple Goose is on Crunchyroll. So I'm going to talk about one.
Good idea on that one.
Yeah, I am behind on it, but it's called Cleavitus. It is on Crunchyroll as well. It's pretty much about it's like a demon who comes down, kills people, resurrected a hero, and it's about them escorting like a baby prince, keeping him safe.
That sounds both adorable and curious. Is this one of those kind of like chibi anime, or is it just kind of like a satire?
Nope, it's not satire. It's pretty violent.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the way you described it sounded very, I don't know. I had a very different take. Speaking of demons, have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters?
Yeah, I saw it when it came out
So-
on Netflix.
I feel like everyone and their daughter and grandmother has seen that anime.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would classify it as anime, but check that out too if you haven't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interject.
I'm also watching one. I'm behind it on it as well. It's called Gachikuda, and pretty much The main character, he is framed for killing his adopted father and sent down to the trash heap, which is below the world and all that. It's about him surviving in it.
That sounds like a revenge plot, or is it kind of like a comeback?
It is
Comeback kid.
both.
Nice. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of Shield Hero
Yeah.
vibes.
Speaking of Shield Hero, I am also behind on season 4. I have to catch up here soon.
I have dabbled like maybe 3 episodes in, and I'm not gonna lie, I was really into it. Then I got a little bored. I'm gonna force myself to see the rest of it. I'm not feeling certain characters, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel you. So
Like the pacing feels off to me.
yes,
It's not like season 1 and 2.
yeah. That this isn't a anime per se, but I'm watching The Mentalist, which is a show that aired on ABC. I'm really enjoying that.
That is such a good show, man.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you. Like, I've been trying to get so many people on that. Just people, I don't know. I think I'm in the wrong crowds to
I'm
get
on-
on that kind of show.
I got you. I'm on season 2 right now.
Nice.
The Mentalist you can watch on Hulu. The other 3
Got
that I mentioned are on Crunchyroll. And then, is there anything else you want to talk about? Like games
No,
we've been
honestly,
playing?
game wise or just entertainment. So game wise, Cam and I have been killing it on Helldivers 2.
Yes.
I am such a big fan with what they've done for the Xbox crossover for like
Yeah.
Halo ODST and letting 1 million Xbox players to finally come on. We're taking play. It's okay. So Helldivers 2, for people who are not familiar with it, it is a live service, which means everyone's doing the same thing at the same time, and your actions have reverberating consequences. So if everyone jumps on and they're fighting on planets, you take that planet and you get their resources and you push the red line for your forces. And there's automatons, which I call Terminators, Terminids, which I just call the bugs from Starship Troopers, and then the Illuminate, which are like a mix of the enemies from like Mass Effect 3 and the Covenant,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah. Pretty
And
much.
it's 3 factions versus humanity. And they just released something called a War Bond. It's kind of like a Game Pass for like Xbox content where you have like ODST gear, you have a silencer, silenced pistol, a few salutes and all this. And then they released something called the Desert Crusade. It's basically a play on Dune. We
Yeah.
have the same helmets, gear. You have secondary like stratagems for like artillery with a pistol. I know I'm not making a lot of sense. I'm condensing a lot of info in a short span of time, but I wholly recommend. It is the best $50 you're going to spend this year, and it got Gotti Game of the Year last year for multiplayer on that platform,
Yes.
and I'm confident a year later it's going to get it again because they have expanded.
Oh yeah.
It's not the same game as it was a year ago.
So, I tell you another one I'm looking forward to is Battlefield 6. I played the hell out of the beta.
Yeah. Okay, so Battlefield. Do you mind if I jump in on this?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So Battlefield 6, for all of you back home, and I've been trashing all my Call of Duty people for this. It is the Call of Duty killer that we have been waiting for since COVID happened. So every Call of Duty game is just a copy of a copy of a copy of itself, and we're all tired of the sandbox mode. We're all tired of the battle royale. We want realistic combat. We want realistic operators and just open battlefields.
Yes.
That's what Battlefield 6 is. It's not Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or Beavis and Butthead. I like a little bit of meme culture, but
Me too, but
it's a
not that.
tired tactic. If you want to return to the classics, come this October, save up for Battlefield 6. Everything from the medics, the classes, it is not pay to play. It is you rank up the same way as everyone else. So for streamers and those annoying people that have invaded the culture, and if you're rich, you're a better player, whatever, That's not this game. You either commit to the game and level up just like everyone else, so everyone has fair play to have their moment in the sun, or you don't at all. That's what I love about this game, and I also think this game could be the contender for Gotti for at least single player and even multiplayer. I hope they do, because I've waited for a game like this since Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 4
Was alright.
had a bad release
It wasn't
when it came out.
the
It was
greatest, but it
underwhelming.
wasn't the
It's
best.
better now, but like upon release, it didn't do well.
Yeah. Nah,
This on its beta, for the 2 weekend beta that they had, no crashes.
Yeah.
It supported nearly 1 million players.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, not 1 million. It was 200,000.
Yep.
200,000 people all on their servers, no crashes. The game was beautiful. And if this is what it was in the beta, I cannot wait for the full release in just a month from today. So save up. Helldivers 2, Battlefield 6.
Yeah, BF6 comes out October 10th. But yeah,
Woo!
I will be streaming.
That is just a few weeks away, man.
Yeah, I will be streaming it when it comes out because I just hit affiliate on my Twitch. So.
We all are, man. The whole world, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, so.
Let's see any other games.
And I will leave it, our Twitch and all that, linked in the comments when I upload it.
Of course. Do you mind if I do a shameless plug, even though this is not strictly related to what we're doing?
Okay.
So, one other game I would like to recommend to all of you, and this is more for the grinders and the people that like to put themselves in difficult situations. Escape from Tarkov. So it is a tactical extract shooter type game, and you can usually play with 4 players. And you're somewhere in St. Petersburg, Russia, and there's been a terrorist attack, and part of the country has been quarantined, and it's nothing but mercenaries, looters, and then the Russian military. And your job is to kind of scavenge and get a bunch of stuff to barter and eventually make your way out of Tarkov. And it's basically like the end of the world, but in Russia. Fun game. If you have friends that play, or if you need people to kind of help you through this game, it's not like Call of Duty. This is a game you really have to stress on patience and working with your team, kind of like Battlefield. That was another thing I forgot to mention for Battlefield, is these 2 games are not run and guns. If you're a Call of Duty person, you're going to suck your first 5-10 matches, but once you kind of lean on your teammates and kind of check your corners and all that, you'll get good quick.
Yep.
So these 3 games are what I would recommend this season. That and because Tarkov is coming out on Steam actually this October too. So save up if you can. If not, just pick the one that strikes your fancy, and play with your teammates. Don't be an ass. Have fun. And that's really all I got.
Alrighty. I don't have much. I don't think I really have anything left to say. So thank you for joining us, and we'll be at one in the future. I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.